I don't want to shock you up. By the time when I'm done, it will be pretty bare. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. This is a pine tree I got at an auction about 2 years ago. I'm so pleased because look at all the corking. This is probably I would say 50 or 25 to 50-year-old tree. The growth rate depends a lot on how it's grown, but you can see from the corking, this is a fantastic black pine. These cork black pines are almost all grafted. They were imported from Japan a long time ago, and they were almost all grafted. You can see this is the Arakawa pine because it cracked nicely. And then here's the graft mark. You can see this at this joint. And in Japan, they really don't care about that. They really care about the corking. You see, this branch is dead, but I left it because the corking is so beautiful and it will stay for a long time to give it a design. So in Japan, they don't mind that graft mark showing. They accept that as a standard. Whereas I really like to start a tree from here using cuttings, or I think it's likely to be air layering. I haven't done that yet. I have not been successful in doing that yet, but I will. Eventually, I will have. But look at the cork. The trunk is only about 1.5 inches thick, but the cork is almost 3 inches here. Very distorted, but it's a well acceptable form. The cork are very brittle, but it's there to shape it. So when you do a shape of bonsai, what you keep in mind is that you want to maintain a rough outline of asymmetry and then taper coming down this way and do a little bit of anchor wiring or wiring if possible to maintain that. And then cut the needle short. So I'm actually now changing the subject from the design to how you turn the needle short in a pine, black pine. Many people consider a mystery how to do that. For me, it's like 30, 40 years of not knowing what to do until I finally figured it out. Very simple. What you do is that you clip it all at once. You see, like right now, the leaves are all about the same length because they will clip all at once. But after you clip a few times, the leaves the branches start to branch out, and then the leaves get short, the needles get shorter and shorter and uniform and in pads. That's how the old bonsai in Japanese bonsai books are done that way. And you know, we're mystified how their leaves are so short. Well, that's because they've done it for 3 generations on a tree. There's so much branching that the needle gets short. So don't be impatient. It would take time for this tree to have short needles, very dense. But I like to keep it open somewhat, not as dense as it should be, like some bonsai books, but start to show the structure of the branching rather than just whole big lump, you know, like this. I'd rather like to cut off some of that to show that. So again, the first thing you do is on a clipping is decide on the apex. Like you kind of want the tree to keep it short. So in fact, you want to clip off all of this and make this little guy the apex. Let it grow up. And then you clip it again, it will branch out. And you clip it again, it will branch out. So you have a little short round thing, round top at the top, which is usually how the tree grows. So with that in mind, then I'll start to clip away. I don't want to shock you up. By the time when I'm done, it will be pretty bare. Like right now, it's a really beautiful, what you see in a bonsai book. But, you know, it will grow back, I would say 6 months, 9 months. It will have the next flush of growth with a lot of branching. And then I probably like to do it every 6 months. So twice a year. After 3 years, the leaves will be, the needles will be quite tiny. So let me start clipping. Is that if you leave a group of needles here, you don't have a bud, but if you leave a group of needles here and you clip it above, it will form branches right there. So that's another way of, in a sense of create a ramification quickly. So again, I think I will make this the apex. And so in fact, I'll cut off here to make the rest of it go down. And then I'll keep clipping, keeping in mind the outline I want to keep. I can do a little bit of wiring to make it droop as the weight of the tree gets older. So what I would do is I want the thing to branch out here. So I'll cut it here so that these little cluster of needles will come out to become branches. And now this one, I wanted to create a little asymmetry, this side a little bit longer. So I'll keep this a little bit longer than that side. By pinching the extra needle off, you would force the energy to go into where you want the growth to be. So that's a way to thicken things quicker. So when you cut off the redundant branches, then what happens is that the energy from the roots will be more siphoned, directed towards the area you want it to grow. So that's what you do. You do have to cut off what you don't need to form to shape your tree faster. Again, pull off the bottom branches because the bottom needles, because you don't really want branches to come out at the bottom. And you peel this way instead of this way, then you don't break off the branch. So I cut off here, leave a little stuff because that's a corking that looks not perfect clean, but it adds feature to us. So it's everything in life is a balance, trade-off, right? So like this is probably the longest branch. This can be a little shorter. So to fill out this hole, so I will cut a lot of this off. So let me digress for a moment to tell you what happened to this tree. I bought it at an auction about 3 years ago, and when I got it, it was planted in akadama, and the whole thing was rock solid. And in the past, what I did is I comb out all the roots so that it can grow out again, and I wound up killing the tree because it's so ingrained in the akadama like a lump that when I did that, I damaged the root. So instead, I cut off all around maybe an inch to fit into this pot. And it just thrived. It's just how much growth it had. So that's what you do when you buy a tree from an auction, where it's the old-fashioned planting of using akadama, that kind of a mix. What I do is that I don't use that expensive mix. I just use my garden soil, do my standard mix. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's actually my good pescadero sandy loam. I mix it with peat moss, equal parts of peat moss, sandy loam, and perlite. And you know, people say pine needs a little bit more dryness in the sense of more aeration. Even that is fine. I mean, trees grow in nature in any kind of soil, including black pine. So a lot of that information that I convey isn't quite true. And you want to buy the expensive material that's really not needed. But that's what I do. You know, I'm not saying I'm right, but at least it works for me. So like you want to create this longer. So, you know, leave a little bit of growth so that, and you don't want a long branch to be long, straight. So you cut off and let it go meandering a little bit to give it more interest to look at. So I'm sharing with you all these little technique ideas, tips for you to build on and experiment with to get it to be your own right approach, because your approach is the right approach by definition, because it's suitable for your environment. So this is the end product. I don't need to repot it because I just repotted when I first bought the tree about 3 years ago, and with the pruning screen underneath of it, I really do not need to worry about it. I'll probably do a little wiring. So let me go get a little wire. So what I'm going to do is a little bit of anchoring. I don't think it's necessary to wiring. I can do a little bit of wiring combined with anchoring. Like this branch is bumping into this side. So I'd rather like it to come out this way. And there's no other way to speed up the process. I have to use wiring rather than clip and grow, because it will slow me down by 6 months for the tree to grow tall again, to grow long again. Yeah, not much wiring needed. And so this is in fact a tree. If you look at it, that's a triangle, longer the side, and it will grow a little bit longer. I just keep letting it grow, and you don't have to wire. You can always bend it a little bit to get it to the direction you want. It looks bare, but in 6 months, it will fill up to look almost as full as before. Then you'll be very pleased, all the branches in the right places, and you can see the outline of the branches and enjoy the wonderful cork, which is much treasure in bonsai. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.